Hey guys, how y'all doing? And welcome to Scott Candle Horsemanship. So we're here with Stacie and Jazz. And Jazz kind of he's a really good horse. He just has a habit of trying to pull away from Stacie when she's walking him on the outside. And so, I mean, a lot of this is, it's hard to say why it's happening. So we're just probably going to do a little bit of establishing Stacie as more of the stronger leader that's going to help him to want to stay there. Because when he kind of goes off, he's trying to get away from you, right? So he's not really staying there. It's not like he's just turning around and staying with you. Um, so we'll probably just go ahead and turn him loose, and I'm going to have you're going to move him around, and we're going to have some. You have a great spirit about you, and so I know that you love him very much, and he loves you. But unfortunately, that doesn't mean that he wants to do exactly what Stacie says. So, and he can pretty much do it when you're riding him. He doesn't have that issue. Um, but he could if he's not trying to stick around. So why don't you go ahead and let's see if we got follow up. Let's go ahead and just walk around first. See if you have the follow up. You have the connection. He's already connected to her. Now he's connected to her in here. We might even go over here and go into the arena where it's bigger and see if we still have the same connection. The problem is when he gets out and he sees grass and he wants to eat, he wants to just kind of go where he wants to go. He's connected, but again, this is a lot of times they can get connected. They love, like I said, he loves you to death, but he, yeah, yeah, he needs to realize that he has to stay. That his job is to stay with you, and not to try to go away. So now you're going to go to the center and you're going to start to ask him to go around to move him around a little bit. I'm going to climb up on this fence. And he knows how to lunge around. Yesterday when I was working with him too, his circle was, he wasn't, he starts out always kind of a real tight circle. But he kept cutting the side off. It was down here towards the trailers. He was, yeah. A lot of the horses don't like it down there, so that's kind of an uncomfortable spot. And they're going to cut off that corner. I don't mind that so much in the beginning. Um, so let's go ahead and put him into a trot. There you go. So she's again here is going to establish that she can move him at a walk and at a trot, and she can move him which direction she wants him to go, and still be able to keep that mental connection, that mental lunge line that she's got on him. See, when he pulls away, he's completely disconnecting. Well, he's got his ear on you. There you go. I'm going to show you. What's that? You feel like he's disconnecting from
A
you?
little bit, right in that those few steps, right
Uh-huh.
here, right where he was right here.
Okay.
Like it was a little bit of like I could see his eye checking, like, do I have other options? Could I?
Well, if as long as he makes the right choice, because we want to let him make the choices. We want to let him figure out it's better to be with you. So right now he feels, you can see that he's got his ears on you, but he's also kind of looking back at you.
Yeah.
So what he's reacting to is the pressure, right? He's moving off because there's pressure, not because of the knowledge of saying, I need you to walk. And so this is kind of why sometimes you have to, kind of kick them and move them and keep moving them, because they're reacting to the pressure. And so when he goes back down to the walk, he is, it's okay. We're not going to get after him too much. But when he does that, he's trying to dictate what he wants to do. It's okay. He doesn't completely know, oh, you just want me to trot. We're going to make it easier for him to trot when you ask him to trot, and to kind of free those feet up. Try to put it in a sense that you're not like correcting him when he goes back to the walk. You're just going to, it gives you another opportunity to ask him again. So you see he's got the ears back. He's seeing that pressure back there, and he doesn't like that pressure. And so he hasn't really truly accepted it. I'd like to see his ears kind of go forward and just accept going into that trot, and just kind of stay there and free those feet up.
Did do a little lick.
See how he goes real fast and then he slows down? That's because he wants to just walk, and he's walking away from, he's trotting, but he's trying to get away from the pressure. He thinks he's getting away from it. So if we just keep asking him over and over and over again, eventually he'll go further. He'll start to go further. It should be easier. See how it's trying to, and our instinct as humans is to try to keep them going, right? Um, we want to be able to keep them going as easy as we possibly can. It shouldn't take us much to keep them going. The thought should be, I need to trot until you stop trotting in your walk, basically, right? So you're at a walk right now. When you pick up, you're saying, I'm changing my gait. We're going to change our shift into second gear, and we're going to go into the trot. Try not to speed up too much, um, because that again is that pushing. That'd be like you constantly having to kick him to keep him going, right? But we're going to keep going until he figures out that there's going to be pressure. So right away, or pretty quick, you're going to say, hey, let's trot. I asked you to trot. But let him make the mistake of going back to a walk, and do it again, right there. Now there's a little bit better. See, that was a little bit better. So that's okay. We'll do it again. Now that he did better, so we go a little slower, but do it again.
His attitude's changing.
See, it's back again. Now when he does it real quick like that, he takes those real quick little steps. He's trying to get away from the pressure. Do it again. And stop. There we go. Do it again. There you go. You got it. You're waiting for him to, now you'll notice he starts to get a little longer strided. And when he gets longer strided, he's starting to get it. there's a change to go back to you. Now what you're going to do, Stacie, you can go a level scud and let him stop and come in for a sec. What you're going to do when he does better is you're just going to let him come in, but you're going to, I lost the train of thought. My train derailed.
Happens to the best of us.
We want to try to bring him down to a walk. You do it.
Right.
You say, come on, let's go back down before he does it himself. That way you're starting to control the situation. Right now thinks he's in control of the situation. So in the beginning, this is the teaching part where we just teach these guys how to do this. When they have an idea and they kind of know how to do it, then we start testing them on it. We become a little quicker. Say, hey, you need to go. Do you mind if I do one thing real quick? Because I want to show the difference in getting them to go away from the pressure. From why is he going in the trot? Is he going in the trot because of the pressure, or is he going in it because he knows this is what I'm supposed to do, right? So, because it's real easy to get him to go. So I want him to go into a nice, gentle, easy jog so that when they go into that, they realize, oh, this is all I have to do. You want me to go and change gears and go into this jog. We don't want them to go really fast, because then they're just running away. They're running away from you. They're running away from all this pressure. That's not the idea. Right now, by him continually going to a walk, he's saying, I'll go for a second, but you don't matter enough to keep going.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm going to ask him, and you did good I was going to say, let's grab and be able to get this to spin. Okay. Because if I just kind of go like this, I'm just going a little pressure, no more pressure. Little pressure, no more pressure. You see what I mean? So he might not understand when the release is. Does that make sense? Okay. Whereas when I'm doing this, I can keep continual pressure on. And as soon as he goes, boom, it stops. So then he knows exactly what he's doing correctly. So, no, it's okay. You can follow me like I followed you. I'm looking for, make sure that shoulder steps over. I'm just going to can put some energy in my body. I don't need to use the rope. I will if I need to, for sure. But same thing, and we want it to go smoothly, right? So I'm going to ask him to trot. He's nice and freed up right there. I'm going to let him come back down to a walk and let him know he did the right thing. He's not running away. So just for the sake of argument, I'm going to put him into a trot where if I was pushing him, right? So let's say I asked him to trot and I said, come on, let's trot, let's go. You know, that's kind of him. He's running away from me, right?
Well, and a little attitude too.
Right. And that's because that's just the pressure. Okay. He's going, I don't like that pressure. So I'm just going to let him know that was just a test. I didn't want to do that to him because I don't want him to fail. But I want to show the difference. And that's what we normally do is we push these guys like that. We're pushing them away from us. You did good, Jazz. I'm not. So if he was kind of reluctant, then I might have to, if I had to put that on him, I would. Go ahead and trot me. But I'm looking for an easy jog where his head doesn't come up. And I'm going to wait for him now to start softening and lengthening that right there. See it? Go back to a walk, buddy. There you go. That's the change. When he changes those feet, that's the change when he goes, I'm accepting this, I'm just trotting. When he's going real short strides, he's going away from the pressure. He's going away from the negative, what he thinks, right? So, again, we'll pick it up. But I need him to do it when I ask him to do it. See, he always starts off a little bit choppy,
Yeah.
but then he sees lengthening now. Very nice, buddy. I'm going to change his direction real quick. So he's not sure what to do. He kind of got a little scared. I'm just going to ask him to go this way and wait for him to stop. There you go. Let's change. I want that shoulder to step over. Walk. And then to just move on now. See, when I kind of pushed him, it scared him a little bit. Like, I don't like you, that's a lot. He didn't really go, wasn't that big a deal, but.
He's super sensitive to everything.
Go ahead and trot, buddy. See, trot's kind of quick off. Yeah, keep going, buddy. Good boy. Go back to a walk. Come on in. And he stays that far away because he goes, "Are you mad at me?" No, I'm not mad at you at all. I wasn't mad at you, but so this is what you have to have. You see the difference? And so you're gonna, by you pushing more, you're gonna be able to get that same. And this is only because I've done this more with it. You know what I mean? But that more, where you're gonna be firmer. You're just gonna be. I'm the leader. This is my round pen, and you have to move. And when he establishes that, doesn't mean right away it's gonna be perfect, out there, but we'll get it. There's no doubt about it. So give that back to you. Now again, this is why they follow me, because I was the one that just put him to work. So I'll tell him he's good, and then I'm just going to turn and walk off and release him. Get that shoulder. So if you have to tap him on that, I want you to bite. There you go. See, if he's not doing it, you have to do whatever it takes to make it happen. The idea is that we don't want to if we don't have to.
Yeah, trying to do as little as possible to get.
Do as little as possible, but you do as much as it takes. Wait till he goes down to that soft area, then ask him to. See, like right there is a nice jog. And you want to reward him and tell him, see, I'm going to let you come back down now because you did really good there. You're trying to tell him, this is how I want you to trot. I don't want you to trot with these short little bumpy strides. Very nice. Really nice. Watch the muscles in his shoulders, and you can see that they're relaxed, that they're moving freely. Yep. Let's keep him going just a little bit more, just a little longer. So what you're going to do now is just keep some energy. Keep some energy. When you start to feel it wane, just keep a little bit more energy, energy, energy. There you go. Not a lot, just a little bit. With just your body if you can. Just that energy right from your heart. Push it out there. There you go. Better, 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 better. Now you can ask him to walk. See, you told him, I'm going to keep you going until you do it. So this is it's a little different, Stacie, because the reason he's doing what he's doing is there could be a whole host of reasons. I believe there's some jealousy, and he wants to, your other horses unfortunately have to get a little bit more attention right now. So I think he's a little jealous of that. But
That was clear yesterday.
yeah, and I think he has to learn. Um, you, he's willing to fight. Does that make sense? Right now, and I don't mean fighting like really hard.
Fight to get away or fight to
No, he's
figure it out?
willing to, if you try to take the leadership, he's willing to fight you for it a little bit. So I've already established it. He's not fighting me on it, but he's fighting you on it a little bit. And so we're trying to get him to understand you don't have to fight me, but I'm willing to fight too, because I am the leader and I have to be. We want everything to be nice and soft and easy and good for these guys, but sometimes they have to go through this to figure out they're going to have a much better life if they just kind of follow you. Much better life. I would probably have just not go towards him. Do you want to pull him towards you? So stay back over here. Come back over here a little bit. And what you're going to do is you're going to kind of turn and not directly at him, but maybe towards Sissy's trailer. And you're going to walk straight ahead from where you are now and just put a little bit of pressure on his hip with your eyes. Look at that. Look at his hip. As soon as he starts walking forward, you stop. There you go. Just go ahead and stop. Stop, stop. Very good. So if you want him just to come up to you like that, and I like that. See, he's staying away from you. That's a good thing.
Right. Not running me over, getting in my face.
Right. So now you should be able to just walk off and he'll probably follow you. He'll probably get the follow up again. He's just not sure what he's supposed to do. Go ahead and start your turn a little more to the right. Yep, keep going. There you go. And now straighten kind of, there you go. Perfect. You got it. Turn a little to your right. Put pressure on that hip. Anytime he stops walking, you're going to say, I'm going to put pressure on that. Keep coming, runner. There you go. And turn away now and go. Yep. There you go. Just now walk real, going around again now to your left, and do the same on that side. See how his feet are kind of, he's doing the same thing. This is the same deal. He's not following because he goes, I'm not sure if I need to follow you. You're getting that down though. You have to I know your peripheral's a little off, so you have to try to hear those feet coming behind you. I know it's tough too. We got 30-mile-an-hour winds. There you go. Now don't pet him. I want him to come to you. When he reaches out to you, you can rub his muzzle. Okay? And we can even move him around a little bit more. But if he's in that mindset of thinking you're just going to push him around, he might just get into a fight with you. We're trying to let him know that he doesn't need to fight. So again, you're going to go around. So what I really want you to be, Stacie, is be really aware of him. Completely aware. Do whatever it takes. Whatever senses you got, I want you to be aware of what he's doing. Because I want him to know you're aware.
Saying I might not have a lot of sense?
What's that?
So you saying I might not have a lot of sense?
No, I know you got sense. Senses. But they really know when we're not aware, if we're preoccupied. And it's the same when we're riding. If we're preoccupied, they'll do whatever they think they got to do because they're on their own. I'd like to see him have a little bit more connection. So we look at the connection like a magnet, right? And the more we are the leader, the more that they're going to stay connected to us. So we can actually get further away and have them come with us, right? Sometimes when we're in the beginning, especially when we're kind of establishing this, the connection's kind of weak. We still have it, but it's kind of weak. And as soon as we get to a certain spot, it goes away, right? Um, but if I like, you should be able to kind of jog and he follow you at a trot and at a jog. I don't know if so. He's staying here. Yeah. So you're taking it there. That was very good. That was very good. We should be able to put a flake of hay on the ground and have him walk, you walk, and he walk over it and not touch the hay because he's more worried about you than he is about the hay. Done it many times, but he's got a little ways to go. He'll try to eat it. Let's see what he does. Very good. Your awareness is getting good, but even when we're just sitting here talking, um, let's try something. You got that halter on you. We're going to kind of do a little bit of um, a tougher deal for him right here because I really want him to get over this pulling away from the thing. So what you're going to do, let me grab that. What you're going to do is he'll probably follow this fine, right? We could do this too with a dressage whip or something, or even the rope, right? In fact, let's do that first. What we can do is have our rope ready, okay? Just like we've got the halter on him. And if we're going, and if he doesn't come around, see how quick he came around there. If he doesn't, and he doesn't keep walking with me, then what I'm going to do is, see, he's trying to stay right here. He doesn't want to leave me, right? But what I would do, let's say he stops here, and again, I don't want him to fail, right? But what I would do, let's say if I was coming this way, I'd get this set up to where I've got this in my hand like this. So it's on this side of him. Like if I'm this way, I want this to be towards his hip, right?
He just changed that.
What's that?
He just changed that.
He did, but I'm gonna move more. So, and if I change, put it in the other hand if I'm on that side. So what I would do, let's say that he starts to go with you, but then he kind of dies out. He's kind of saying, I don't know if I want to follow you, right? You're gonna still be moving like you've been doing, really good, where it's a smooth circle or smooth turn, but you're gonna come around and you're gonna put a lot of pressure on that hip. And you're going to start telling him, you better start following me here, right? Um, we can do this with the halt because this is kind of the next thing is when you're attached, he needs to do the same thing. So the reason I say that is that what's going to happen is when you're leading him, right, out here, we need to be able to get that hip to be around quickly to where he's right with you again. He's right with you again. So he doesn't start thinking about getting perpendicular. Now, we can even do that by doing this and start getting him to understand. You come back this way. You don't just go straight off, right? Um, but you have to do this. You see what I mean? Because he does it for me. But again, it's because we're getting that connection. So we're going to get that connection. So you can even take that off and let's see if he follows you better. You're just going to be, remember how I talked about the airplane? So as far as how you apply the pressure,
Oh.
when you apply pressure, think about an airplane and it's at the end of a runway and it's just sitting there and it starts to take off and it goes really slow and it speeds up, speeds up, speeds up, speeds up, speeds up. So you're applying more and more and more and more, but gently. Does that make sense? Gradually, but more smooth. Because see, it's going to change. The more he knows, it's going to be quicker, but it still needs to be smooth. You don't want it to be like a punch,
Right.
right? So, but as he gets better and you're demanding more from him, you need him. He needs to do it, so it's going to be quicker, but it's still smooth, right? And as soon as he does that, then you take the pressure off and say, "There you go." But you're going to start telling him, "I need you to stick with me. We don't need this." So let's see, go ahead and ask him to walk off with you. I'm going to get out of the way, and you're going to go whichever way you want to go. So you can even do this, kind of gently here. You're going to go ahead and turn around to your left, and you're going to kind of look at that hip and get him to step around. Step that hip around. There you go. You're doing the one range stop right there. Say, stick with me. So that's the thing. If you can get that one range stop in before he starts doing that, um, then you'll get him every time, and he won't pull away from you. There's definitely an emotional issue with this, so we understand that, and we'll figure it out. Right there. Now see how he's lagging a little? Put some pressure. There you go, and then go forward now. He's caught up to you. There you go. That's pretty good. I think we can, I know you guys want to get up there, so let's get him saddled up, and um, I think it's a good for today.
Yeah.
For that.
Well, and when I'll come by myself.
Hmm. We could do, yeah, definitely keep doing this. Yeah. So we're gonna wrap up with uh, Stacie and Jazz today, and this was a really good day for her. She's going to learn how to really get to where he's going to be following her no matter what, so we don't have this pull away problem. But anyway, I think we're going to ride him a little bit, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe, share, and we look forward to seeing you next time.